Hello and welcome, my dear friend. I am so glad you have found your way here, to this very moment, to this sacred space we now share. Something truly profound is stirring deep within your soul, a powerful awakening that has been quietly gathering momentum, preparing you for the beautiful and magnificent life that is about to unfold. You are here today because it is time to remember just how extraordinary your journey is destined to become. Even if the path ahead looks uncertain, even if you cannot yet see the full picture with your own eyes, your spirit knows. It has already begun to feel the monumental shift moving just beneath the surface of your reality, a divine current guiding you toward your destiny. It is time for you to consciously acknowledge this stirring, to embrace the truth of what is happening within you. Your future self, the version of you that is already living in the fulfillment of your purpose, is reaching back through time to offer you the strength, the wisdom, and the courage you need right now. They are waiting for you, holding a space for your arrival. But before you can fully step into that radiant future, let us first honor and understand what is already unfolding in your present. There are pivotal moments in every person's life when all the pieces you have been carrying, the burdens, the lessons, the sorrows, and the joys, begin to align in a way that defies all logical explanation. This, for you, is one of those sacred moments. As we connect in this space, a seed that you planted long ago is beginning to sprout. Whether you planted it through a quiet prayer, a hopeful dream, a creative project, or a commitment to your own healing and personal growth, that seed is now pushing through the soil. It is growing with a divine purpose, and its potential is far greater and more far-reaching than you have ever allowed yourself to imagine. This is not merely a gift for you alone. It is a precious gift meant for the entire world. You, yes, you, have been uniquely chosen and called upon to be a healer for this earth. You are destined to bring something new and beautiful into existence, something that will touch and transform the lives of countless others. Can you feel the gentle but undeniable weight of that purpose? It is a sacred responsibility, a holy calling that has been whispering to you throughout your entire life. Even in your seasons of quiet and solitude, even in the midst of your most difficult battles, your divine calling has been speaking to you. It has been patiently pushing you, gently stretching you, and lovingly guiding you toward the magnificent being you were always meant to become. Let me remind you of a truth your soul already knows. Dear chosen one, your mission is divinely orchestrated and meticulously guided. God Himself has chosen you as the sacred vessel to carry out this important task. This is not a small or insignificant role. It is an extraordinary honor. When heaven selects a soul for a special purpose, everything in that person's life becomes infused with intention and meaning. Every single moment, every person who crosses your path, every experience you encounter, nothing is accidental. Your unique path, your specific gifts, your innate abilities, none of this is a result of random chance. You were born with them for a very specific and divine reason. Even the gifts you have not yet fully discovered or embraced are lying dormant within you, waiting patiently for you to recognize their immense value and to call them forth. Let us speak more about this precious seed you have planted, this sacred mission that is now beginning to blossom in your life. This is the stage where so many chosen ones, just like you, begin to feel the powerful shift long before they can fully comprehend what it means. Many of you listening have been sensing it for some time now. A persistent pull from your heart, a gentle nudge from your intuition, a deep and unshakable sense that you are meant for something so much greater than the life you have been living on the surface. Please know that this is the voice of your soul, confirming that you are on the right path. You are not living an ordinary life. You are here to fulfill a purpose, and not just any purpose, but one that has been ordained by the divine Creator. There is a profound reason why you have never quite fit into the small, constricting boxes that the world tried to place you in. There is a reason you have always felt a little different, as if you were marching to the beat of a distant and sacred drum. There is a reason your spirit has always refused to settle for anything less than what truly resonates with your soul. Your purpose is grand, it is monumental, and it extends far beyond what your human mind might currently be able to comprehend. But even if you cannot see the entire blueprint, God can, and He has been faithfully guiding you, protecting you, and loving you every single step of the way. You see, long before you took your first breath, you came to this earth with a soul contract, a sacred and unbreakable promise made between your soul and God. This journey of yours is not merely about achieving earthly goals or ticking off a list of accomplishments. No, it is infinitely deeper than that. You consciously signed off on this divine mission before you even arrived in this world. Your arrival was intentional, your timing was precise, and your path was written in the stars long before you began your earthly journey. The relationships you have experienced, especially the ones that have been the most challenging, were all integral parts of this divine contract. Those deep and often painful connections with family members, close friends, or even that one person who acted as a catalyst for your spiritual journey were all designed to serve your highest growth. They were placed in your life to push you, to challenge you, and to help you evolve. They were there to help you shed the layers of who you thought you were, so you could ultimately remember the magnificent divine being you truly are. Their purpose was to help you grow, and in fulfilling that role, they were serving both you and the divine plan. Now, let us delve into something incredibly powerful, the divine alchemy of your pain. Your pain, my friend, has been one of your greatest and most profound teachers, even when you resisted the lessons with every fiber of your being. I know that so many of you have walked through unimaginable hardships, facing challenges that felt utterly impossible to overcome. From the deep wounds of childhood trauma to the heartbreak of relationships that left you feeling shattered, each and every one of those experiences has been meticulously shaping you into the incredible, resilient, and compassionate person you are today. You have been unconsciously turning your pain into purpose from the very moment you were born. Even if you were not aware of it, there has always been an inextinguishable light burning brightly within you, a divine spark that refused to be put out, even when you yourself could not see it. It is no accident that you found ways to survive those dark and desolate moments. Whether you found solace in art, comfort in music, or simply discovered moments of peace amidst the chaos, those were not mere coping mechanisms. Those were divine gifts, glimpses of your own power showing you the way forward. They were demonstrations of your innate ability to transform, your power to alchemize your suffering, and your strength to rise from the ashes, more beautiful and stronger than ever before. And please believe me when I tell you that every single time you rose, heaven took notice and celebrated your victory. Chosen ones, this remarkable ability to alchemize pain was never a random trait. It was intentionally placed within the very core of your being to show you the true power of resilience. It was meant to demonstrate to you, and through you to the world, that no matter how deep the pain or how profound the darkness, there is always a way to turn it into something beautiful and meaningful. You are a walking, breathing testimony to the miraculous power of transformation. Your very existence is proof that healing is possible and that the human spirit, when aligned with God, is unbreakable. And here is the most incredible and liberating truth of all. You have a personal soul contract with God Himself. This sacred agreement has been shaping you, preparing you, and guiding you through every moment of your life. even and especially when you felt completely and utterly lost. That is correct. You did not simply come here to fulfill basic earthly desires or to live a comfortable, unremarkable life. You came here on a divine assignment, a mission that was personally signed by you and the Creator of all that is. There is a level of destiny protecting your life that absolutely cannot be denied, delayed, or destroyed by any earthly force. The unique gifts you have been given, the profound wisdom you hold in your heart, and the beautifully sensitive way you see the world with such depth and clarity. All of this was intentional. You see, God does not create anything without a purpose. When He lovingly and masterfully crafted you, He wove that purpose into your very bones, into the fabric of your soul. So if you ever find yourself doubting your worth, questioning your purpose, or wondering if you truly belong here, let me remind you of this. You would not exist if you were not meant to be here. You are not some insignificant background character in the grand story of life. You are the main character in your own sacred story, the chosen one who is here to fulfill a mission so grand that it required a personal contract with God Himself. You were built for this. You were designed for this, and you have been prepared for this since the beginning of time. If your spirit recognizes the truth in these words, and you are ready to accept your divine calling, I want you to make a declaration of faith right now. Go to the comments below and affirm this truth by writing, "My mission is divinely chosen." Let this act be an anchor for your soul, a conscious agreement with heaven's plan for your life, and the first step in claiming the power that has been waiting for you. It is a question that has echoed through the chambers of your heart, in your quietest and most vulnerable moments. It is a question that has likely brought you to your knees, with tears streaming down your face as you looked up at the heavens and pleaded for an answer. Why me? Why did I have to go through so much pain? What did I do to deserve this? I know this question intimately because it is a sacred rite of passage for every chosen soul. It is a question born from a place of deep hurt, a feeling that life has been unbearably heavy and profoundly unfair. Let me begin by saying that your feelings are valid. Your pain was real. Your tears were counted, and your questions have never, not for one moment, gone unheard. But now I want to gently invite you to look at this question not as a cry of a victim, but as the call of a warrior in training. There is a divine purpose in every single ounce of your pain. Nothing you have endured was wasted, nothing was meaningless, and most importantly, nothing was random. God, in His infinite wisdom and boundless love, placed you in challenging situations for a reason that is far greater than your human mind could have understood at the time. It was never to break you. It was to forge you. Think of a master blacksmith, the greatest artisan in the universe, with a piece of raw, unrefined steel. He knows the potential that lies hidden within that metal. He knows it can become a magnificent sword, a tool of strength and justice, a shining beacon of light. But to get it there, he must first put it into the fire. The fire is intensely hot, a place of immense pressure and transformation. The steel softens, becoming pliable, letting go of its rigid form. Then the blacksmith places it on the anvil and begins to strike it with his hammer. Blow after blow, he shapes it, refines it, and strengthens it. To an outside observer, it might look like a violent and destructive act. But the blacksmith is not destroying the steel. He is revealing its true nature. He is calling forth its inherent strength. You, my dear friend, are that precious steel. Your life's challenges, your deepest pains, have been the sacred fire and the divine hammer. It was God, the master craftsman, shaping you into something unbreakable, something magnificent. He knew what you were destined to become long after the storm had passed. He knew the strength you would carry, the resilience you would embody, and the light you would shine. Every trial was a carefully aimed blow, designed not to shatter you, but to shape you into the divine instrument you were always meant to be. There is something profoundly beautiful about the experience of losing yourself. I know that sounds counterintuitive, especially when the experience itself felt like descending into a dark and terrifying abyss. But when you reach a point where you feel you have nothing left, when all the old identities and beliefs have been stripped away, you create a sacred emptiness. It is in that void that you finally find yourself again. And when you do, you find yourself with a depth, a wisdom, and a clarity you could never have reached otherwise. The person who emerges from that fire is not the same one who went in. When you rise from that place of utter surrender, you rise stronger, wiser, and more powerfully connected to your true divine self than ever before. Your rebirth, your spiritual resurrection, is one of heaven's greatest masterpieces. It is a testament to God's transformative power and your soul's incredible courage. Every challenge you have ever faced was a part of your spiritual training. The divine realm wanted you to experience the full depth of human darkness so that you could rise into the full brilliance of your own inner light. For how can one truly appreciate the light if they have never known the dark? It is only after becoming intimately familiar with the shadows that the light becomes blindingly, breathtakingly bright. And now, having overcome those immense trials, you are being prepared for something truly extraordinary. You are being positioned for a blessing so perfectly aligned with your soul contract that it will feel like coming home to the deepest truth of who you are. You are not just here to get by. You were never meant to simply survive. You are here to thrive in the most expansive and glorious way. You are here to grow beyond your perceived limitations. You are here to unlock the next, most magnificent version of your destiny. And the key to unlocking it was forged in the very fires you thought would consume you. Your pain was the fuel that ignited your spiritual growth, pushing you to seek answers, to go deeper, and to connect with God on a level you never had before. So what is this grand purpose you are here to fulfill? The purpose for which you have been so intensely prepared. In its essence, it is both incredibly simple and profoundly deep. You are here to become a living, breathing embodiment of divine love. Your purpose is to radiate love through your very presence, to speak love with your words, and to create a legacy of love through your impact on the world. At the very core of your soul contract, this one central mission stands above all others: to choose and to stay in the energy of love. No matter what external circumstances you face, through all the challenges, through all the losses, through all the heartaches, your highest calling is to be a beacon of love that radiates outward into this world, transforming everything and everyone it touches. This is the divine vibration that heals, that restores, that creates miracles. Think about it for a moment. Out of all the souls, God chose you to be a living demonstration of what is possible when a person chooses to live from a place of unconditional love and unwavering light. You are a walking, talking reminder of what is possible through pure, unshakable faith. Your story, your entire journey, is a powerful testimony to the grace and power of the divine. You are a living example of what can happen when you learn to trust in something higher than your own understanding, when you allow faith to be your guide, even in the most terrifying moments. Even when it felt like you had nothing and no one left, you still had God. And that, as you have discovered, was always more than enough. You may not even fully realize it yet, but you have been equipped with a unique set of abilities, talents, and a deep well of wisdom that are specific to you and your mission. Whether it is the compassionate way you listen, the insightful way you communicate, the unique way you see the world, or the profound depth of understanding you carry in your heart, Please know that these are not ordinary gifts. These are divine endowments chosen specifically for the sacred mission that is attached to your name. They were given to you by the divine to aid you in fulfilling your purpose here on earth. Perhaps you have noticed how effortlessly you can shift the energy in a room just by being present. Or maybe you have felt that undeniable pull to create, to write, to speak, or to guide others along their own spiritual journeys. None of this is an accident. These innate abilities were planted within you like seeds, because you are here to be a catalyst for significant and positive change. You are a force for growth, a vessel for transformation, and an agent of spiritual awakening in the world. Your impact is not meant to be small. It is meant to ripple out and touch the lives of countless souls. As you continue to walk this sacred path, I want you to know, with every fiber of your being, that God is aligning everything for your greatest and highest good. Every single challenge, every perceived delay, every painful disappointment was a necessary part of your preparation. They were all leading you to this exact moment you are in right now. You are standing on the precipice of your own becoming, on the verge of a magnificent unfolding. The struggles of your past were meant to refine you, not define you. They were designed to shape you into the person who is strong enough, wise enough, and compassionate enough to handle the immense blessings that are about to pour into your life. Great blessings require great strength, and my dear friend, you have more than earned yours. Your pain had a holy purpose, and now you are ready for what once seemed utterly impossible. You are in the middle of something big, something truly life-changing, and remember, it is not just for you. The ripple effect of your personal transformation will reach far and wide, touching the lives of people you may never even meet. Your breakthrough will become the permission slip for breakthroughs in others. Your healing will inspire healing in your community and in the world. I want you to take a deep breath and let this truth settle into your soul. Your season of intense suffering is coming to an end. This does not mean that life will suddenly become perfect or devoid of challenges, but it means that you have now become stronger than anything that once tried to break you. The heaviness you have carried for so long, the burdens that have weighed down your beautiful spirit, are now being lifted from your shoulders. You have done the inner work. You have grown. You have healed. And heaven has seen and honored every single moment of your journey. Now it is time for you to step fully and confidently into the life that was always meant for you. The person you are in this moment is stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. You are ready. If you receive this powerful word and you believe in your heart that your season of intense suffering is truly coming to an end, I want you to seal it with a sound of victory. Type a powerful Amen in the comments below. Let your spirit's agreement echo in this community, serving as a public declaration that you are closing that old chapter and stepping into your season of breakthrough and blessings right now. As you stand now, stronger and wiser, ready to embrace the life that has been waiting for you, it is crucial that we speak about the divine architecture of your relationships. Your soul contract with God is the master blueprint, but within that grand design are countless smaller yet equally sacred agreements you have made with other souls. No one, and I mean no one, enters your life by accident. Every person who has ever crossed your path, from the briefest encounter with a stranger to the most intense and life-altering partnership, has been a divine appointment. They are all messengers, teachers, and guides sent to play a specific role in the beautiful and intricate story of your awakening. Think of your life as a grand stage play, written by you and God before you were born. You are the star of the show, and every other person who comes on stage is an actor who has agreed to play a part. Some are there to make you laugh, to support you, and to applaud your victories. Others have agreed to play the villain, the antagonist, the one who challenges you and creates conflict. From our earthly perspective, we often judge these roles as good or bad. We celebrate the heroes and we condemn the villains. But from a soul's perspective, from the view of heaven, every actor is essential to the story. Every role is an act of service, designed to help the main character, you, to grow, to learn, and to ultimately discover your own power. Let us first speak of the beautiful souls who feel like sunshine to your spirit. These are the members of your soul family, your divine tribe. When you meet them, there is an instant sense of recognition, a feeling that you have known them for 1,000 lifetimes. Being with them feels like coming home. They see you, they understand you, and they accept you just as you are. They are the ones who have held your hand in the dark, who have spoken words of encouragement when you wanted to give up, and who have celebrated your successes as if they were their own. These relationships are a divine gift, a sacred respite on your often challenging journey. Their role in your soul contract is to be a safe harbor, to remind you of your own light when you have forgotten it, and to reflect back to you the truth of your magnificence. They are the physical embodiment of God's love for you, a tangible reminder that you are never, ever alone. Cherish these connections, my dear friend. Nurture them, for they are the anchors that keep your heart steady in the storms of life. They are a blessing, intentionally placed on your path to give you the strength to continue your mission. They are proof that love is your natural state and that you are worthy of profound connection. Now, we must speak of the others. We must speak of the relationships that have caused you the most profound pain. I want you to take a gentle breath as we enter this space, for I know it can be a tender and wounded part of your heart. I am speaking of the family members who never understood you, the friends who betrayed you, the partners who broke your heart. These are the souls who, through their actions or words, triggered your deepest fears, your most painful insecurities, and your oldest wounds. And I am here to tell you a profound spiritual truth, one that may be difficult to hear but is essential for your freedom. These souls are often your most dedicated and courageous spiritual partners. Before you came to this earth, from a place of immense and unconditional love, these very souls agreed to play these difficult roles for you. They agreed to be the sandpaper to your rough edges. They agreed to be the mirror that would show you the unhealed parts of yourself that you could not see. They volunteered for the thankless job of pushing your buttons, of creating the exact circumstances that would force you to your knees, because they knew that only from that place of surrender would you finally be forced to find your own strength, to claim your own worth, and to turn to God for your salvation. From a soul perspective, this was an act of profound and selfless love. They loved you enough to agree to be the cause of your pain, knowing that your pain would ultimately be the catalyst for your greatest healing and your most significant growth. I know how this sounds from a human perspective. It feels unfair, cruel even. The wounds they inflicted were real. The betrayal felt like a knife to the heart. The abandonment left a void that felt like it would never be filled. Your feelings were and are completely valid. In this earthly realm, their behavior was not okay, but in the spiritual realm, their soul was fulfilling a sacred contract with yours. Their purpose was to show you exactly where you were abandoning yourself. They were there to reveal where you were not loving yourself. They were there to force you to learn how to set boundaries, how to speak your truth, and how to stop seeking validation from outside of yourself. Every time someone made you feel unworthy, it was a divine invitation to find your unshakable worthiness in God. Every time someone left you, it was a sacred opportunity to learn how to never, ever leave yourself. These people were your greatest spiritual trainers. They took you to the emotional and spiritual gym, and they pushed you to lift weights you never thought you could handle. And it hurt. It was exhausting. But look at you now. Look at the strength you have built. Look at the compassion you now hold. Look at the wisdom you have gained. You would not be the incredible, resilient soul you are today without them. Recognizing when a soul contract with a particular person is complete is a crucial part of your journey. How do you know when the lesson has been learned? The first sign is that the intense emotional charge begins to fade. You can think about the person or the situation without that gut-wrenching pain, that fiery anger, or that deep, aching sadness. The memories are still there, but they no longer have power over you. They are simply part of your story, not an open wound you carry with you every day. The second sign is a feeling of genuine, quiet gratitude. This does not mean you are grateful for the pain they caused or that you condone their harmful behavior. It means you are grateful for the lesson your soul learned through the experience. You can see with clarity how that painful chapter was necessary to bring you to where you are today. You can honestly say, "Thank you for the lesson. I release you now with love." True forgiveness, you see, is not about letting the other person off the hook. It is about taking the hook out of your own heart. It is the final act of cutting the energetic cord, completing the contract, and setting yourself free. Once the contract is fulfilled, one of two things usually happens. Either the person will naturally and peacefully drift out of your life, or the dynamic of the relationship will transform completely. The old patterns of conflict and pain will cease because you are no longer energetically available for that lesson. You have graduated. You are no longer a vibrational match to that particular struggle. This brings us to the gift of departure. So many of us fear people leaving our lives. We see it as loss, as rejection, as failure. But I want to invite you to see it differently. When a person's role in your story is complete, their departure is a sacred act. It is a form of spiritual graduation. Their leaving creates a vacuum, a sacred space in your life for someone new to enter, someone who is a perfect vibrational match for the new, more evolved version of you. You must be willing to let go of the people who were part of your past story so that you can make room for the people who belong in your future one. Your energy is a magnet, and as you continue to heal and raise your vibration, you will naturally and effortlessly attract people who resonate at that same high frequency of love, respect, and mutual support. Take a moment to look back at the gallery of souls who have been a part of your life. See them now, not through the eyes of pain, but through the eyes of wisdom. See the friend who supported you, the teacher who inspired you, the stranger who gave you a kind smile on a difficult day, and see the one who broke you open, the one who challenged you, the one who forced you to grow. See them all as actors playing their parts perfectly. Each one has been a thread woven into the magnificent and divine tapestry of your life. There have been no mistakes. It has all been part of a perfect, divine plan, all designed to help you remember the truth of who you are, a powerful, beloved child of God, here on a sacred mission. You are the one holding the pen, and with every lesson you learn, you are writing the next beautiful chapter of your story. Now that we have explored the sacred purpose of your past and the divine contracts that have shaped you, it is time to turn our attention to the present moment. It is time to learn how to navigate the beautiful path that lies ahead. How do you know which way to turn? How do you make decisions when the future feels uncertain? The answer, my dear friend, is that you are never left to figure it out alone. The divine creator, the universe, your guardian angels, they are in constant communication with you. There is a celestial conversation happening around you and within you at all times. The only task required of you is to learn how to listen. The universe does not often speak in loud, booming voices from the clouds. Its language is far more subtle, intimate, and personal. It is the language of signs, symbols, synchronicities, and feelings. It is a language that speaks not to your logical mind, but directly to your soul. And the primary instrument through which you receive and interpret this divine language is your intuition, that gentle nudge you feel in your heart, that quiet whisper in the back of your mind, that unexplainable gut feeling that tells you to either move forward or to pause. That is not your imagination. That is your divine guidance system. It is the voice of your higher self, your direct and unbreakable line to God. Your intuition is your spiritual GPS, meticulously calibrated to guide you along the unique path laid out in your soul contract. How many times have you had a feeling about someone or something that later turned out to be true? How many times have you ignored that inner knowing, only to regret it later? We have all done it. We have been taught by the world to trust only what we can see, touch, and prove with logic. We have been conditioned to dismiss our intuition as mere emotion or wishful thinking. But for a chosen one like you, learning to trust your intuition is not just a helpful skill. It is an absolute necessity. It is the most vital tool you have for fulfilling your mission. This divine communication also manifests in the world around you through what we call signs and synchronicities. These are the moments that feel like meaningful coincidences, the little winks from the universe that let you know you are seen, you are loved, and you are on the right track. Have you ever been thinking of a specific problem and then the lyrics of a song on the radio answer your question perfectly? Or you see a feather on your path right after asking for a sign from your angels? Or perhaps you have been noticing repeating number sequences like 1111, 222, or 444 appearing on clocks, license plates, and receipts. Please understand, these are not random occurrences. These are deliberate and loving messages sent to you from the spiritual realm. Seeing 1111 is often a powerful sign of alignment, a message that your thoughts are manifesting quickly and you are at a gateway to a new beginning. Seeing 222 is a gentle reminder to have faith and trust that everything is working out for your highest good, even if you cannot see it yet. Seeing 444 is a sign that your angels are surrounding you, offering you their love, support, and protection. The universe is using the language of mathematics and symbols to get your attention, to comfort you, and to guide you. When you experience these synchronicities, pause for a moment, take a deep breath and say, "Thank you, I see you, I hear you." By acknowledging these signs, you open the channels of communication even wider, letting the universe know that you are paying attention and are ready to receive more. Another powerful way the divine realm communicates with you is through your dreams. When you are asleep, your conscious mind, with all its doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, finally takes a rest. This allows your subconscious mind and your spirit to come forward and connect directly with higher guidance. Your dreams are a sacred classroom for your soul. It is in this state that you can receive profound insights, heal deep emotional wounds, and even meet with your spiritual guides. Do not dismiss your dreams as meaningless nonsense. If you have a dream that feels particularly vivid, emotional, or symbolic, pay attention to it. When you wake up, before you do anything else, write it down in a journal. Ask yourself, what is the feeling of this dream? What might the symbols in this dream represent for me? You might dream of water, which often symbolizes your emotional state. You might dream of flying, which can represent a feeling of freedom and expansion. Or you might have a conversation with a loved one who has passed on, and they offer you a message of comfort and peace. This is real communication. God and your soul are using the landscape of your dreams to process your past, prepare you for your future, and deliver messages that your waking mind might be too busy or too skeptical to receive. Nature is another one of God's magnificent cathedrals, a living oracle that is constantly speaking to those who are willing to listen. When your mind is cluttered and your heart is heavy, go outside. Walk barefoot on the earth. Sit under a tree. Watch the clouds drift across the sky. Nature has a way of quieting the noise of the world and amplifying the whispers of your soul. A hawk circling overhead might be a message to look at your life from a higher perspective. A deer peacefully crossing your path could be a reminder to move through life with gentleness and grace. The steady strength of an old oak tree can remind you of your own resilience. The universe is alive, and it is speaking through every leaf, every stone, and every creature. By spending time in nature, you are not just getting fresh air, you are plugging yourself back into the divine source of all wisdom. You are synchronizing your own heart with the heartbeat of creation. Now, as you begin to open yourself up to this constant stream of divine communication, one of the most important skills you will develop is discernment. How do you distinguish the true voice of your intuition, the voice of God, from the loud and often convincing voice of your fear or your ego? Here is the key. The voice of God, your true intuition, is always calm. It is a feeling of peace, of knowing, of quiet confidence. Even if it is guiding you to take a big, courageous, and even scary step, the underlying feeling will be one of rightness. It feels expansive, loving, and encouraging. It speaks in "I can" and "what if it goes right?" The voice of fear, on the other hand, is almost always loud, frantic, and chaotic. It creates a feeling of anxiety, pressure, and constriction in your body. It is critical and judgmental. It speaks in "you can't," "you're not good enough," and "what if it all goes wrong?" The ego shouts, but the soul whispers. Your work is to learn to quiet the shouting of your fear so that you can hear the gentle, loving whispers of your soul. The next time you are trying to make a decision, pause and notice the feeling in your body. Does it feel open and peaceful or tight and anxious? Your body is a divine instrument and it cannot lie. It will always tell you when you are in alignment with your truth. Cultivating this sacred connection is like building any other relationship. It requires time, presence, and intention. Make it a daily practice to create moments of stillness in your life. You do not need to meditate for an hour every day. Simply start with 5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and place your hand on your heart. In that quiet space, simply ask, "Dear God, what do you want me to know today?" And then just listen. Do not strain for an answer. Just be open and receptive. Start a conversation with the universe. As you go about your day, ask for guidance. Universe, please show me a sign if I should take this job. Angels, please help me see this situation with love. Then pay attention. The sign might not be a lightning bolt from the sky. It might be a phrase you overhear in a coffee shop, a chapter in a book that falls open, or a sudden intuitive hit that feels clear and right. The more you ask, listen, and acknowledge the guidance you receive, the stronger and clearer the connection will become. You are building a muscle of trust, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with consistent use. You are remembering that you are a part of a divine intelligence that is infinitely wise, unconditionally loving, and is always, always conspiring in your favor. Having learned to quiet the world and tune into the sacred language of the universe, you are now standing at a pivotal and exciting threshold. You have opened the lines of communication with the divine, and the guidance you are receiving is beginning to illuminate a path forward. But this path is not a generic one that anyone could walk. It is a path that has been exquisitely and uniquely designed for you and for you alone. This is the path of your divine mission, and the only way to walk it is by embracing the sacred gifts that God has entrusted specifically to your care. Let me tell you a profound and liberating truth. You are God's masterpiece. You are not a random assortment of personality traits, talents, and quirks. You are a divinely engineered soul, and every single aspect of your being has been intentionally chosen and woven together to create a person who is perfectly equipped for a very specific purpose. The way you think, the way you feel, the things that break your heart, and the things that make your spirit soar, all of it is part of your divine blueprint. Your mission on this earth is not something you need to go out and find. It is something you must allow to unfold from within. Your mission is simply to become the fullest, most authentic, and most loving expression of the person God created you to be. Think of it this way. Imagine there is a special sacred door that leads to a new level of healing and love for the world. This door has a unique and intricate lock, and you, my dear friend, were born holding the one and only master key that can open it. Your unique combination of gifts, experiences, and wisdom is that key. For years, you may have been walking around trying to fit your key into other people's locks. You saw someone else's door and thought, I should be able to open that one. You tried to change the shape of your key, to file down the edges, to make it look like someone else's, and every time it failed to work, you may have felt that there was something wrong with your key, or worse, something wrong with you. This is why you have always felt a little different. This is why you never quite fit into the neat little boxes the world tried to put you in. You were never meant to. Your key was never designed for those common locks. It was crafted for a far more significant and specific purpose. The world does not need another copy of someone else. The world desperately needs the original, authentic, magnificent you, with your one-of-a-kind key ready to unlock the door you were born to open. So what are these sacred gifts that make up your key? So often when we think of gifts, we imagine grand, dramatic abilities, being a world-renowned artist, a charismatic leader, or a powerful healer. And while your gifts may indeed be grand, they often reveal themselves in much quieter and more subtle ways. Many chosen ones do not even recognize their own gifts because they come so naturally to them that they assume everyone else must have them too. Your greatest gift might be the profound depth of your empathy. It might be your ability to sit with someone in their darkest hour and hold a space of pure, non-judgmental love, making them feel seen and safe in a way no one else can. Your gift might be your voice, not necessarily for singing, but for speaking truth with a gentle clarity that cuts through confusion and brings peace. Perhaps your gift lies in your hands. You might be a creator, someone who can take simple materials and turn them into something beautiful that uplifts the human spirit. Or perhaps your gift is your resilience, the quiet strength that has allowed you to walk through fire and emerge with a heart that is still soft and open. Your ability to model hope in the face of despair is a powerful gift to a world that is starving for it. I want you to take a moment and reflect. What comes so naturally to you that you barely even notice it? What do people consistently thank you for? What is the one thing you do that makes you lose all track of time and feel deeply connected to a power greater than yourself? What did you love to do as a child before the world told you what you should be and what was practical? The answers to these questions are clues, little breadcrumbs leading you back to the truth of your own divine nature. Do not dismiss these things as small or insignificant. Your most natural talents are your most powerful spiritual tools. They are the channels through which God's love is meant to flow through you and out into the world. Now, I know that for many of you, embracing these gifts can feel incredibly daunting. It is one thing to acknowledge them in the quiet of your own heart, But it is another thing entirely to step out and share them with the world. This is often where our deepest fears come to the surface. The first great fear is the feeling of being an imposter. As you begin to step into your purpose, a voice may rise up from within, whispering, "Who are you to do this? You're not perfect. You still have your own problems. What makes you think you can help anyone else?" Let me speak directly to that voice right now. You are right. You are not perfect. And thank God for that. Your mission does not require your perfection. It only requires your willingness. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Your so-called imperfections, your past struggles, and your ongoing challenges are not disqualifications. They are your credentials. They are what make you relatable, compassionate, and real. People are not looking for a perfect guru who lives on a mountaintop. They are looking for someone who has walked through the same valleys they are in and has found a path to the other side. So the next time you hear that voice, I want you to reframe the question. Instead of asking, "Who am I to do this?" I want you to ask with reverence, "Who am I not to use the beautiful gifts that God has so graciously given me?" You are a vessel. Your only job is to get out of the way and let the divine flow through you. If you are ready to finally silence that voice of fear and say a definitive yes to the sacred assignment on your life, I want you to claim it in this moment. Go to the comments and boldly write, "I say yes to my mission." Let this be a spiritual line in the sand, a point of no return where you declare to God, to the universe, and to yourself that you will no longer hide the beautiful and necessary gifts He has placed within you. The second great fear is the fear of being seen and judged. It is a vulnerable thing to let your true light shine. What if people don't like it? What if they misunderstand you? What if they reject you? For an emotionally sensitive soul, this fear can be paralyzing, but I want you to consider this. Hiding your light does not serve anyone. It does not protect you, and it certainly does not help the world. By playing small, you are robbing others of the gift you were sent here to give. Think of it like this. Your light is like a candle flame. When you use your flame to light another person's candle, your own flame is not diminished in any way. In fact, the total amount of light in the room doubles. Your purpose is to be a candle lighter. Every time you bravely share your gifts, you give other people the silent permission to do the same. Your courage inspires courage in others. Your authenticity calls forth authenticity from those around you. You being fully and unapologetically you is the greatest gift you can offer to the collective. Yes, some people may not understand. Some may even judge you. But the people who are meant for you, the people whose souls are waiting for the unique light that only you carry, will see you and they will feel like they have come home. Your divine mission is not a destination you arrive at one day. It is a journey that unfolds with each step you take in faith. It begins with the small daily choices you make to operate from a place of love. It is how you show up for your family, how you treat the clerk at the grocery store, how you use your words to build people up instead of tearing them down. It is about using your gift of empathy to truly listen to a friend in need. It is about using your gift of creativity to bring a moment of beauty into a gray day. As you faithfully use your gifts in these small ways, the universe will see that you are a trustworthy steward, and it will begin to present you with larger opportunities to share them. Do not get overwhelmed by trying to figure out the entire 10-year plan. You do not need to see the whole staircase. You only need to take the next step. Your intuition, that divine GPS we spoke of, will always guide you to that next right step. Your only job is to trust it and to act on it. With every small act of courage, with every choice to honor your authentic self, you are weaving the tapestry of your life's purpose. And remember, the impact of your mission is far greater than you will ever be able to see with your own eyes. Every time you choose love over fear, every time you share one of your divine gifts, you are dropping a stone into the vast ocean of consciousness. That single act creates ripples of positive energy that travel out in every direction, touching shores and souls you may never even know about. Your small act of kindness could be the one thing that gives a stranger the hope to keep going. Your brave piece of art could awaken a long dormant dream in someone else's heart. You were born for this moment. God did not make a mistake when He created you. Your gifts are real, they are valuable, and they are desperately needed in the world right now. The time for waiting, for doubting, and for playing small is over. It is time to embrace who you are, to claim your power, and to step fully into the sacred mission that is your birthright. My dear friend, as you begin to bravely embrace your sacred gifts and take those first tentative steps along the path of your divine mission, it is so important that we speak with honesty and tenderness about the journey itself. This path is beautiful, it is sacred, and it is your destiny. But it is not always a peaceful walk through a sunlit garden. There will be moments and even entire seasons when the path leads you directly into the heart of a storm. This is the process of spiritual awakening, and while the destination is a state of profound peace, love, and purpose, the journey there can often feel chaotic, disorienting, and intensely challenging. I want you to know right from the very beginning that if you are feeling this way, you are not doing anything wrong. In fact, these spiritual storms are not a sign that you have gone off course. They are a profound confirmation that you are right on track. They are an essential and unavoidable part of the sacred transformation you are undergoing. Think of a caterpillar. It lives a simple life, munching on leaves, inching its way through the world. But at a certain point, a deep, instinctual calling pulls it to stop everything it knows. It wraps itself in the darkness and confinement of a chrysalis. From the outside, it looks as though its life has come to a standstill. But on the inside, a violent and miraculous transformation is taking place. The caterpillar's entire body dissolves into a rich, soupy liquid. Everything it once was, every part of its old identity, is completely and utterly undone. It is no longer a caterpillar, but it is not yet a butterfly. It is in a state of formless potential, a sacred void. This, my beloved friend, is where so many of you are right now. You are in the chrysalis, the life you once knew, the person you thought you were, the beliefs you held, the relationships you had. It is all beginning to dissolve. And it can feel terrifying. It can feel like you are losing your mind, like you are falling apart at the seams. But what feels like a breakdown is, in reality, a breakthrough. You are not being destroyed. You are being reformed. God is lovingly dissolving the limited, earthly version of you so that the magnificent, divine, butterfly version of you can finally emerge. The storm is the very process of this divine alchemy. One of the first and most common signs that you have entered one of these spiritual storms is a period of intense emotional and physical turmoil. You may find yourself experiencing sudden and overwhelming waves of emotion that seem to come out of nowhere. One moment you might feel a deep, inexplicable sadness that brings you to tears, and the next you might be filled with a simmering anger or a paralyzing anxiety with no logical external trigger. Please understand, you are not going crazy. You are purging. Your body, which is made of energy, has been storing every unresolved emotion, every past hurt, and every trauma you have ever experienced. As your spiritual vibration begins to rise, it's like turning up the heat under a pot of water. All of that dense, heavy energy from the past must come to the surface to be released. You are literally clearing out the emotional clutter from your soul's home. At the same time, your physical body may be struggling to keep up with these intense energetic upgrades. You might feel a level of fatigue that is bone deep, no matter how much you sleep. You may experience aches and pains in your joints and muscles, headaches, digestive issues, or changes in your sleep patterns. This is often called ascension symptoms. It is your physical vessel working hard to recalibrate itself, to hold more light, to resonate at a higher frequency. The most important thing you can do during this time is to be incredibly gentle with yourself. Rest when you feel tired. Drink plenty of water. Spend time in nature. Listen to what your body is asking for. Do not try to push through it. You are not being lazy. You are integrating a profound spiritual transformation at a cellular level. Another powerful aspect of these storms is what I call the sacred loneliness. As your energy and consciousness begin to shift, you will find that you no longer resonate with the same people, places, and activities that you once did. Friendships that were once central to your life may begin to feel strained or simply fade away. You might find that the conversations feel superficial, or that the old ways of relating no longer feel authentic to you. Family members may not understand the changes you are going through, which can lead to feelings of isolation and misunderstanding. I know how deeply this can hurt. It can feel like a profound rejection, like you are being left all alone. But I want to offer you a higher perspective. This is not a rejection, it is a divine realignment. The universe is lovingly clearing space in your life. It is moving people out of your orbit whose energetic frequency no longer matches your own. This is not a judgment on them or on you. It simply means that your soul contracts with them are complete. Their role in your story has been fulfilled. This period of solitude, while painful, is a sacred gift. It is an invitation to go inward, to learn to find your wholeness, not in the company of others, but in the deep, unwavering presence of God and your own soul. It is a time to build the most important relationship you will ever have, the one with yourself. And trust me when I tell you, when the time is right, the universe will bring you your soul tribe, the people who see you, who get you, and who will love and support the true you. But first, you must learn to be that person for yourself. Perhaps the most intense and challenging part of this spiritual storm is a period known as the dark night of the soul. This is more than just a bad mood or a difficult week. The dark night of the soul is a profound spiritual crisis where you feel a complete and utter disconnection from God. The faith that once sustained you seems to vanish. Your prayers feel like they are hitting a ceiling. You may question everything you have ever believed, and a feeling of deep existential despair can set in. It feels as though the light has gone out of the universe, and you have been utterly abandoned. If you are in this place or have ever been in it, I want to wrap you in so much love and tell you this. This is the most sacred part of the entire journey. This is the final exam of your spiritual training. The purpose of the dark night is to help you transition from a faith that is based on an external feeling of God to a faith that becomes an unbreakable internal knowing. When all the external reassurances are stripped away, when you cannot feel God's presence, you are forced to find Him in the only place He has ever truly been, within the very center of your own being. It is the moment when you must choose to believe in the sun, even when you cannot see it behind the thickest clouds. It is a terrifying but holy passage that forges an unshakable faith, a faith that is no longer dependent on feelings or external circumstances. It is a trust that is born in the darkness and can therefore never be threatened by darkness again. You are like a seed buried deep in the dark earth. It feels like death, but it is in that darkness that the germination, the new life, truly begins. So how do you navigate these powerful storms? The first and most important key is surrender. Stop fighting the waves. Stop trying to control the process. Imagine you are in the ocean. If a giant wave comes, you have two choices. You can stand up and try to fight it, in which case it will crash over you and slam you into the sand. Or you can relax, take a deep breath, and dive underneath it, allowing it to roll over you. The storm of awakening is the same. Do not resist the feelings. Do not judge your sadness or your fear. Simply allow it. Let the tears flow. Let the anger move through you without directing it at anyone. Acknowledge the fear without letting it paralyze you. Surrender means trusting that even in the midst of the chaos, a loving and intelligent divine power is holding you and guiding the entire process. The second key is extreme self-compassion. This is not the time for self-criticism or for pushing yourself to be productive. This is the time to mother yourself, to treat yourself with the same tenderness and care you would offer to a sick child or a beloved friend. Wrap yourself in a soft blanket. Make yourself a warm cup of tea. Listen to gentle, healing music. Journal your feelings without censorship. Take a warm bath. Cancel plans if you need to. Say no to things that drain your energy. Your only job right now is to create a safe and loving container for your own transformation. Finally, anchor yourself in simple, grounding practices. When your mind is spinning and your emotions are raging, bring your attention back to your body and to the present moment. Go outside and place your bare feet on the grass or the earth. Feel the solid ground beneath you, supporting you. Focus on your breath, the simple, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest. This is your anchor in the storm. Prayer is also a powerful anchor. Even if you feel disconnected, keep talking to God. You can simply say, "God, I don't feel you, but I trust you are here. Please help me through this." This act of reaching out, even in the dark, is a profound act of faith that keeps the line of communication open. Please remember, my brave and beautiful soul, this storm will not last forever. The chrysalis phase is temporary. You are in the midst of a holy and powerful process of rebirth. Every tear you cry is watering the soil for the new life that is about to bloom. Every fear you face and release is making more room for love. You are being stripped of who you thought you were so you can finally become who you were always meant to be. The dawn is coming. The butterfly is preparing to take flight. Trust the process, trust the storm, and most of all, trust the magnificent being you are becoming. If you have ever felt lost in this spiritual storm, or if you find yourself in the midst of it right now, let us make a collective declaration of unshakable faith together. Find the comments section and write these simple but profound words. I trust the process. Let this be your prayer of surrender, a testament to your belief that even in the darkness, God is holding you, forging you, and lovingly guiding you back to the light. Having bravely navigated the sacred storms of your awakening, you are now standing on new and holy ground. You have walked through the transformative fire of the chrysalis, and you are not the same person who went in. The old you, the one who felt like a victim of circumstance, tossed about by the random winds of fate, has dissolved. You are now emerging, wings still wet but ready to unfurl. As a conscious and powerful creator, you have learned to listen to the whispers of the universe, and you have begun to embrace the unique and beautiful gifts you were born to share. Now it is time to learn how to consciously use those gifts and your own divine energy to partner with God in the creation of the beautiful life that is your birthright. This brings us to one of the most fundamental and powerful spiritual principles in all of creation, the law of attraction. Now, I know that this term has been used in many different ways, and sometimes it can sound complicated or even intimidating, as if it is a secret formula you have to get perfectly right, or it will not work. I want to invite you to release all of that complexity. At its heart, the law of attraction is incredibly simple. It is the divine principle that states that like attracts like. The energy you send out into the universe is the energy that the universe will reflect back to you. You are a living, breathing magnet, and you are constantly drawing toward you the people, circumstances, and experiences that are a vibrational match to your inner state of being. But I want to offer you an even deeper way to understand this. You are not just a magnet, you are a divine broadcasting tower. Every single moment of every single day, you are sending out a signal, a frequency, into the universe. And what determines the frequency of your signal? It is not primarily your thoughts, and it is not your words. It is your feelings. Your emotional state is the power behind your broadcast. The feeling in your heart is the prayer that the universe is always answering. Think of it like a radio. If you want to listen to a classical music station, you have to tune your radio dial to the specific frequency for classical music. You cannot tune it to the frequency for rock music and expect to hear a symphony. The radio is not judging your choice. It is simply responding to the frequency you have selected. The universe operates in exactly the same way. It is not rewarding you or punishing you. It is simply faithfully and impersonally matching the energetic frequency you are broadcasting. If your dominant feeling state is one of fear, of lack, of there is never enough, then the universe, in its infinite and non-judgmental love, will bring you more experiences that match that feeling of fear and lack. If your dominant feeling state is one of gratitude, of love, of joy, and of abundance, the universe will rush to bring you more experiences that perfectly match that beautiful high vibration. This is the secret of co-creation. It is a divine partnership. God is the source of all abundance, all love, all healing, and all joy. That divine source is constantly flowing like a mighty river. Your role is not to create the river. Your role is to align your own energy with its flow. Your feelings are what determines whether you are paddling furiously upstream against the current, or if you have joyfully turned your boat around and are allowing the powerful current of divine grace to carry you effortlessly toward your desires. This is why the work you did in the storms of your awakening was so important. All of that purging, all of that healing was about releasing the dense, heavy energies of past pain, fear, and trauma that were keeping your vibrational frequency tuned to a station of struggle. You have been clearing out the static so that your true natural signal, which is the frequency of pure love, can broadcast loud and clear. Now, I can feel a question rising in your heart. But what if I feel sad? What if I have a bad day? Am I going to ruin everything and manifest terrible things? My dear, sweet friend, please let your heart be at peace. This is not about being perfectly happy and positive every single second of the day. That is an impossible and inhuman standard. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and that includes the full spectrum of emotions. The key is not to fear your negative emotions, but to honor them without allowing them to become your home. When sadness comes to visit, allow it. Feel it, ask it what it has come to teach you, and then, lovingly, let it go. It is your dominant vibration that creates your reality. It is the energetic home base you consistently return to. The goal is to make gratitude, love, and peace your primary residence, even if you take occasional trips to the lands of sadness or fear. So how do we consciously work with this divine law? It begins with a simple but profound choice. You must decide what you truly want to experience, not what you think you should want, but what your soul genuinely yearns for. And then, the most powerful thing you can do is to begin to cultivate the feeling of having it right now. Do not just think about the loving relationship you desire. Close your eyes and feel in your body what it feels like to be held, to be cherished, to be safe, to be deeply and unconditionally loved. Let that feeling of warmth and joy wash over you. That feeling is your prayer. That feeling is you tuning your radio dial to the frequency of love. Do not just think about the financial abundance you desire. Cultivate the feeling of security, of freedom, of ease. Feel the gratitude of knowing that all your needs are always met. Feel the joy of being able to be generous with others. Spend a few moments each day living in this feeling place. This is not about pretending or being delusional. This is an act of profound faith. You are sending a clear signal to the universe that this is the reality you are choosing to align with. You are preparing your own energetic field to be a welcoming vessel for the blessings that are already on their way to you. While your feelings are the magnetic power, your thoughts and your words are the sacred blueprint you hand to the divine architect. They give shape and form to the energy. This is why the words you speak, both out loud and to yourself, are so incredibly important. The two most powerful words in the universe are I am. Whatever you place after those two words is a command that you are giving to your subconscious mind and to the universe. For years, you may have been unconsciously programming yourself with limiting statements. I am always struggling. I am not good enough. I am so unlucky. And the universe, loving you always, simply said yes and matched that reality. Now, as a conscious co-creator, you must become a guardian of your own mind and mouth. You must begin to choose words that align with the reality you wish to create. Instead of saying, I want more money, which broadcasts a signal of wanting and lacking, try shifting to, I am so grateful that abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. Instead of saying, I hope I find a partner someday, try feeling into the statement, I am attracting my perfect loving partner into my life at the perfect time. This is not about lying to yourself. It is about speaking a higher truth. It is an act of declaring your faith in a divine reality that is just waiting for you to claim it. This brings us to the final and perhaps most crucial piece of the co-creation puzzle, the sacred act of letting go. After you have aligned your feelings, after you have clarified your desires with your thoughts and words, you must then release your request to God with trust and faith. This is often the hardest part. We want to control the how and the when. We want to micromanage the universe. But that is not our job. Our job is to be the what and the why. God's job is the how and the when. Think of it like planting a seed in a garden. Your job is to choose the seed, your desire, to prepare the soil, your energetic and emotional state, and to plant it with intention. You then water it with your faith and your feelings of gratitude. But after that, you must trust the process. You do not dig up the seed every day to check if it is growing. To do so would be to display a lack of faith, and it would destroy the very thing you wish to create. You trust that the sun, the rain, and the mysterious life force within the earth are handling the miraculous process of germination. This is what faith truly is. It is trusting in the unseen. It is knowing that once you have sent your signal, the divine intelligence of the universe has received it and is already orchestrating the people, the opportunities, and the resources to bring it into your physical reality in a way that is far more perfect and magical than you could ever have planned with your limited human mind. Your job is to stay in that high vibrational state of gratitude and joyful expectation, and to take what we call inspired action. This is not hustling or forcing things to happen. Inspired action is when, after you have surrendered your desire, you get a sudden intuitive nudge to call a certain person, to visit a certain place, or to start a new project. It will feel light, easy, and joyful. This is the universe showing you the next step on the path. Your only job is to trust that nudge and take that one simple step. You are the artist of your life, and you are standing before a fresh, new canvas. Your feelings are your paintbrush. Your thoughts are the colors on your palette, and your faith is the hand that guides your stroke. You are not painting this masterpiece alone. The divine master artist is standing with you, co-creating with you, whispering guidance in your ear and providing an infinite supply of the most brilliant and beautiful colors you can imagine. The struggles of your past have been cleared away. The storm has passed. The sun is out. It is time to pick up your brush. It is time to create. If this message has awakened the powerful creator within you, and you are ready to step into partnership with God to paint your new reality, seal this intention right now. Comment below with the life-altering affirmation, "I am a co-creator with God." Let the act of typing these words activate this divine power within you and serve as your signal to the universe that you are ready and willing to receive the beautiful masterpiece you are destined to live. And so, my dear co-creator, you have arrived. You have journeyed through the shadows of your past. You have danced in the transformative fires of your awakening, and you have stood with God before the magnificent canvas of your future. You have learned the sacred art of turning your feeling state into a prayer, your thoughts into a blueprint, and your faith into the ether that brings worlds into being. You have begun the holy work of painting a life filled with love, abundance, and joy. But this masterpiece you are creating is not meant to hang in a private gallery, seen only by you. The beautiful life you are now co-creating with the divine is destined to become a living sanctuary, a source of light and hope for a world that is so deeply in need of it. Your personal transformation was the prerequisite. Your service to the world is the glorious and natural next step. This is the chapter where you learn to live as a beacon of light. Now, I want you to truly feel into that image for a moment. A beacon, a lighthouse standing on the shore. A lighthouse does not run all over the island, chasing after boats, trying to save them from the rocks. It does not shout directions or panic about the storm. A lighthouse has one simple, powerful, and unwavering purpose. It stands firm, it anchors itself to the rock, and it shines. It simply is the light, and by its very presence, by its steady and consistent shining, it offers a point of reference, a glimmer of hope, and a path to safety for any ship that is lost in the darkness and chooses to look its way. This is your mission now. Your primary service to humanity is not in the doing, but in the being. It is in your unwavering commitment to tending to your own inner light, to keeping your own connection to God so clear and bright that your very presence becomes a healing force in the world. You have no idea the power that you carry just by being you. When you have done your inner work, when you have healed your wounds and learned to live in a state of love and trust, your energetic field, your very aura, becomes a gift to everyone you encounter. When you walk into a chaotic room, your peaceful presence can calm the storm without you saying a word. When you listen to a friend who is in despair, your compassionate and non-judgmental energy can be the safe harbor their soul has been searching for. When you choose to respond to negativity with grace, you are offering a live demonstration of a higher way of being. This is not a small thing. It is the most powerful work you can do. You are a living, breathing permission slip for others to find their own light. Your peace awakens the potential for peace in them. Your love reminds them of the love that resides within their own hearts. You become a divine tuning fork, and by holding your high, clear note of love, you help others to remember the beautiful song of their own soul. If you are ready to accept this beautiful and sacred responsibility, and you commit from this day forward to being a beacon of God's love in this world, I want you to make your dedication public. Let the heavens record your promise. Go to the comments and type, "I will be the light," and then follow it with a final, powerful Amen. Let this be your sacred vow, sending a ripple of your own beautiful light out into the world at this very moment. This is the profound and beautiful nature of the ripple effect. Do not ever fall into the trap of believing that your life is small or that your actions do not matter. Every single choice you make to align with love sends a powerful wave of healing energy out into the collective consciousness. A single candle can light 1,000 others without its own flame being diminished. You are that candle. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you are dissolving a little piece of the world's pain. Every time you create something beautiful, you are raising the vibration of the entire planet. Every time you offer a genuine smile to a stranger, you might be the only sign of God's love they see that day. Your mission is not some grand, singular event that will happen in the future. Your mission is happening right now, in this moment, in the quality of presence and love you bring to your ordinary, everyday life. As you begin to shine your light more brightly and consistently, you must also learn how to be a wise steward of your sacred energy. As your light grows, it will inevitably illuminate the shadows, both in the world and sometimes in the people around you. Some people will be drawn to your warmth like moths to a flame, but others who are still living in their own pain and fear may find your light uncomfortable. It may trigger their own unhealed wounds. They may react with judgment, with criticism, or with negativity. I want you to understand this from a place of deep compassion. Their reaction is never, ever about you. It is a reflection of their own inner struggle. Your only job in those moments is to continue to stand firm and shine. Do not dim your light to make others feel more comfortable. To do so would be a disservice to them and to your own soul. Instead, you can learn to create what I call a sacred boundary of light. Imagine yourself surrounded by a beautiful bubble or cloak of shimmering golden white light. This light is permeable to love, meaning love can flow out from you and love can flow in. But it is a powerful shield against any energy that is not of love. You can send love and compassion to the person who is struggling, but you do not have to take their dense, heavy energy into your own field. You can be a divine transformer, not a spiritual sponge. You can wish them well on their journey, hold them in a silent prayer, and then lovingly continue on your own path. Your ultimate purpose, the fulfillment of your soul contract, is to so fully embody the love of God that you become a walking prayer. Your life itself becomes your message. The joy in your heart becomes your sermon. The peace in your soul becomes your ministry. You are here to remind people, through the simple, powerful example of your own transformed life, of what is possible. You are here to show them that healing is real, that joy is their birthright, and that they too are beloved children of God with a unique and beautiful purpose. So do not worry about having all the answers. Do not get overwhelmed by the thought of saving the world. You are not meant to carry the world on your shoulders. You are only asked to carry the light in your heart. Just focus on today. Focus on this moment. In this moment, can you choose love? In this moment, can you choose gratitude? In this moment, can you offer yourself a little more compassion? If you can do that, you are fulfilling your mission. You are doing the sacred work you came here to do. You are being the beacon. And so, my dear friend, my beloved chosen one, we arrive not at an end, but at a beautiful new beginning. We have journeyed together from the first quiet stirrings of your awakening, through the sacred alchemy of your pain, and into the profound truth of your soul's contract with God. You have learned to hear the divine whispers of your intuition, to embrace the magnificent gifts that are your birthright, and to bravely navigate the storms that have reformed you into the incredible being you are today. You have stood as a conscious co-creator, learning to paint a new reality with the colors of faith and love. And now you stand ready, a radiant beacon of light, prepared to shine your unique and irreplaceable glow into the world. Let this be your confirmation. The journey has been real, the growth has been profound, and you are so much more powerful and prepared than you even realize. The struggles of your past have not broken you, they have anointed you. The delays were not denials, they were divine preparation. Everything in its perfect and sacred timing has led you to this very moment. You are standing on the threshold of the life you have always yearned for, not because circumstances have become perfect, but because you have become whole. From this day forward, I want you to walk with your head held high, not with arrogance, but with a quiet and humble reverence for the divine spirit that lives and breathes within you. Know that you are deeply loved, you are divinely guided, and you are eternally protected. You are worthy, you are capable, and you are ready to fully step into the extraordinary mission you came here to complete. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment you finally pick up the pen and begin to consciously write the next beautiful chapter. Before you go, if you would like to sit in this same peace a little longer, I have created a place for that. My second channel, Simplified Serenity. It's filled with worship instrumentals made for prayer, meditation, and stillness. It is a quiet and sacred space for your beautiful heart to breathe, to rest, and to continue your conversation with God. You can tap on the playlist that is now on your screen. I would be so honored to see you there.